4:31. If we could do a roll call, please, of the commission members present.
Yes. Roll call is Chair Riser Robbins.
Present.
Vice Chair Dees.
I'm present.
Commissioner Freeman.
Present.
Commissioner De La Garza.
Present.
Commissioner Bondentot.
Fontenot. It's okay.
I'm sorry about that.
And I am present. Hello.
All righty. Commissioner Brown.
Present.
Commissioner Mendez. Mendez is absent.
Regarding Commissioner Mendez, he had emailed stating he might be running a little late.
Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Wansler. Commissioner Wilson.
We just had a call-in user. Would you identify yourself?
Yes, it's Armando Mendez, Commissioner Mendez. Sorry, I'm on my way to get to the computer.
No worries, sir. You came in time for the roll call, so thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And we do have a quorum.
Thank you very much. As noted in our email communications, approval of minutes from our previous special meeting will wait until our next meeting. We have an approval of absence for Veronica Wilson on February 25th, 2021. Was there communication provided regarding Ms. Wilson's absence for that meeting?
Yes, Chair Robbins, there was communication prior to the meeting as far as an excusable absence.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the absence of Ms. Veronica Wilson for our February 25th meeting?
So Vice Chair Dees, so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Dees. Is there a second?
Second, Commissioner Brown.
All in favor? May I ask, do we need to do a roll call vote on that?
That's not necessary.
Thank you very much.
Voice vote.
We can do a voice vote.
All in favor with a voice vote?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Thank you very much. The third item on our agenda is public comment. Do we have any public comment that we might welcome at this time?
Staff has received no public comment via email or in person, and I do not see anybody on our meeting list, so we have no public comment.
Thank you very much. The fourth item on our agenda is discussion and action regarding our annual Preservation Award nominations. May we ask staff whether we have received any nominations? And let me just say first, if I may, for our new commissioners, to reiterate, each year our Landmark Commission puts forward preservation awards. They have been timed for the month of May, National Preservation Month. Those nominations go directly to city staff.
And yes, to answer your question, staff has not received any outside nominations for the 2021 Annual Preservation Awards. As discussed at the last regular meeting, we do have 2 staff recommended award nominees. Staff can present those nominations when y'all are ready. And just to make sure, are y'all able to see this Word document?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So the first nomination for a organization is for the Corpus Christi's Downtown Management District and their Main Street program. They do have a large staff, and the main members are Executive Director Alyssa Brea Mason, Finance and Administration Manager is Alan Alvin, and Economic Development Manager is Jason Alanese. The rationale for recommendation is as described below. It was established in 1993 and manages the Marina Arts District and services the Tax Increment Revitalization Zone, otherwise known as the TERS 3. The Downtown Management District has been instrumental in highlighting historic and potentially historic structures through downtown events, the Downtown Vacant Building Ordinance, and promotion of existing tenant spaces for new businesses. The Vacant Building Ordinance has led to the review of historic structures through the Landmark Commission and the beautification of downtown streetscapes. The DMD and the Main Street program have been instrumental in revitalization and adaptive reuse of existing structures into living space and businesses of over 5 structures downtown. This does include, I have some added information that since 2016, the TERS 3 in the Downtown Management District have given out $6.7 million in incentives, which has produced $130 million in projects. Most of these projects downtown have all been vacant properties, which results in adaptive reuse of these properties. The only exceptions have been the Frost Bank and the Marriott Hotel on Shoreline Boulevard. And lastly, the Main Street program, which was established in 2015, is also managed by the Downtown Management District, is the largest Main Street program by property size in Texas, and has become nationally accredited through their works in 2018. And staff does want to impress that not every Main Street program gets accredited nationally. They have to go through a series of requirements as far as the incentives and the buildings that are being reused downtown and their events. It's a very kind of long checklist in order to become accredited, and they only did it in 3 years. So are there any questions about the first nominee? Okay, hearing none, we will move on to a place, in this instance, we've included the owner and the architect as our nomination as well, which is the Nueces Brewery at 401 South Water Street. The owner currently is Mark Adame and Chris Hamilton, and the architect is Mark Ludicky with Ludicky Architects. So this space, it's currently a brewery, barbecue restaurant, and event space. It's been utilized by many organizations since it's been created. It's an example of art, modern, and streamlined style, and that was taken from our 1994 survey. So it has been repeatedly surveyed in the downtown area. The building is currently 75 years old, and it has had several culturally important businesses, including Channel 3, Domingo Live, which was a Sunday television special, and then famously it was established as the Trade Winds Ford automotive dealership. Just to add, this development was also made possible through TERS 3 funding, which is related to the other nominee. Any questions or comments about the second nomination?
Well, before it was Tradewinds Ford, it was Lewis Bogus Ford. But I think that we've got 2 very good nominees here. And if I need to, I'll make a motion to accept them.
There's a motion to accept these nominations. Is there any discussion from the commissioners? Is there a second to accept both nominations as a slate for our Historic Preservation Awards for 2021?
Second.
Second by Kathleen De La Garza. All in favor? May we vote by voice, or need we do a roll call?
A voice vote is perfect.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you very much. City staff, what procedures might you anticipate for presenting these awards to the awardees? Sorry, Craig. In past years for our new members, we have beautiful plaques that are typically given out. These are obviously physical things. So last year we were delayed in that process of providing the awardees with the physical evidence of their award, but the notice of award was granted much sooner. What do you envision we might do this year?
Yes, Nina Nixon Mendez, Historic Preservation Officer. Yes, we would like to again prepare the plaques, prepare a letter of award, and we would potentially like to acknowledge the awards on the Landmark Commission's May 27th meeting.
May we invite the awardees at that time to our meeting?
Yes, I think we can do that via WebEx.
Absolutely.
And we can, certainly give verbal accolades to these individuals and organizations. And I'm really excited that we're continuing this wonderful tradition.
Thank you very much. Would there be an opportunity to include that on our commission website as well?
Wonderful idea. We'll be glad to feature that. And of course, we would issue a press release and social media information on these awards as well, so that our community can learn about this good work that's being done in historic preservation.
Thank you very much, and thank you for providing two such wonderful nominations. I think especially in this past year, seeing the ways in which members of downtown, the downtown management district, and owners have really pivoted to being able to continue to offer revitalization of our downtown spaces and facilitating outdoor opportunities for people makes it all the more dynamic and vibrant. So I'm very appreciative of the timing of these nominations. They are well deserved. May we continue on to our next agenda item, our Historic Preservation Officer's report.
Yes, good afternoon. Nina Nixon Mendez. I have a very brief report. We, as you know, had our community meeting related to our Historic Preservation Plan update. The consultant is now engaged with her team in developing a draft of the preservation plan. And we will be bringing another community meeting with the draft plan forward sometime in June. We are going to be looking at a couple of dates. Again, we're working in scheduling so that there are no conflicts with the COVID briefings. And so we will have a couple of dates available, hopefully at that time. And, speaking of being flexible, again, the May meeting, we want to ensure that there's no conflicts with the COVID briefings. If there is a reason we do need to change the date to an earlier day, we will be in touch with you to ensure that we can have a strong showing for this particular awards ceremony. And that concludes my report.
May I ask, and maybe others have questions as well, given that May is approaching and it's Preservation Month, are there any plans from at the city level or further for honoring Preservation Month or marking it in any way?
Well, essentially, our award ceremony is the way that we do acknowledge Preservation Month, and that would be included in the press release and social media. We could look to potentially a proclamation as well, and scheduling that with the mayor's office. At this time, it might be a little late to schedule a proclamation, but we certainly do want to get the word out about Preservation Month.
Any questions or comments?
Vice Chair Dees, I just hope we can get that proclamation done. So maybe we'll make a priority of getting that over to their office in the morning and maybe put a bug in somebody's ear that it's really kind of important that we get that done. And I kind of wonder if we're ever going to get back to live meetings, guys. I'm fully vaccinated. I don't know how many of you are, but we've got some commissioners I haven't shaken hands with yet.
Yes, Vice Chair D, I know that the city COVID protocols right now are that we are still social distancing and still having meetings that are over WebEx. And as soon as we get back to, I guess, meetings pre-COVID, you'll be the first to know. We'll send you an email so that we can shake hands with our new commissioners.
Well, maybe I ought to turn a little bit. I was in a horrific traffic accident Monday. I was hit by an 18-wheeler at 75 miles an hour and pushed over a bridge and rolled several times and landed on the top of my truck. And so I just want to say I'm thankful for God that I'm even sitting here today, because I walked away from that accident. And being a tow truck operator for 47 years, I worked a lot of accidents that weren't near as bad as the one I was in. The results were much different. So I'm just thankful to be here, and God bless all of you.
Vice Chair Dees, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're safe.
So glad you're okay. That is scary.
I have a few marks and boogers, but nothing broken, other than not even my spirit. So I'm sitting here with my co-commissioners, and I'm just enjoying the day.
Yes, sir.
Very appreciative that you're here. Very glad that you're okay. That is maybe a nice call for us to think about future conversations that we might have. Are there any future agenda items, any returning business you'd like to think about as we move forward to our May agenda?
Vice Chair Dees again. I know a month or maybe 6 weeks ago, I had asked about maybe a report from the folks from the Old Bayview Cemetery to see how that's doing and where they're at.
Yes, sir, Co-Chair Dees. Staff is working on a report for Old Bayview Cemetery, as well as staff is in communication with Parks and Recreation concerning the Steamboat House. And those are the two items that we have for future agendas, and we are working on presentations or inviting other city staff to the meeting.
This is Christine Robbins. Thank you. I had written down Steamboat House to see if we could get an update on that. So I'm very appreciative that that'll be on our next agenda item. I wondered, going back to a previous conversation, we had discussed before the demolition of the Mount Carmel, the plans for that property. I had seen that there was a rezoning notice. We don't need this as a future agenda item, but I wondered if there was any update out of development as to the sort of planned rezoning of that and what the intentions are for that property.
Sure, I'd be glad to answer the question. The initial rezoning for that property had a special permit attached to one portion of that property. And part of the special permit was a 24-month, I'm so sorry, it's a 24-month expiration on the special permit. And so part of the property owner's job is to reapply to extend that special permit so it doesn't expire. And so the noticing was just letting the neighborhood know that that special permit was being extended for another 24 months.
Thank you very much. Are there any other future agenda items? Any discussion? That concludes our business then. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Commissioner Fontenot, I so move.
Just so you guys are too quiet. Bless you, Ms. Fontenot. Commissioner Dees, I'll second you.
Thank you. All in favor of adjournment, a verbal aye.
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 Thank you very much.
Thank you all
Feel
very
better,
much.
Randy.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Kathleen.
All right, take care.